All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Elm Creek. We had just finished. Rose. We had just finished destoning our field. Our bees are doing their thing. Pretty sure. Our chickens are clucking away. We haven't got no eggs yet, but I don't think you're gonna get them until they're a certain age. We do have some honey. 400 liters. I can't remember what the biggest liters you get out of that. And look, we got some strawberries. 500 liters of strawberries. Nice. Gotta be close to, right? 183 liters of lettuce. Okay. Okay. So, like I said, we got to get some lime, some fertilizer. Is that mushrooms? Huh. Mushrooms. I've never seen mushrooms on Farming Simulator before. Huh. That's interesting. Okay. But, so now what we gotta do... Where did I leave my tractor? I think I left it at the shop. Man, I gotta run over to the shop. Hold on, I'll be right back. Whew. Okay. So there's our tractor. And this is what we're going to try to use to do everything we need to do. It's going to roll, it's going to weed, and it's going to seed. The only thing it's not going to do is fertilize and lime. But because we plowed grass into it, we're already fertilized. We don't even have to worry about fertilization, which is great. But we do got to worry about lime, I believe. Although I was just looking at it, I don't think it said it needed lime. Let me look again. We go here. Okay, so it does need lime. Bummer. Okay. So that means we're going to have to lease a lime spreader. So let's go into the shop. First of all, what do we got here? Nothing. Nada. Lime. Now, unfortunately, there's only one lime. Where is it? There's only one lime spreader, and it's expensive. Well, expensive for us anyway. So we're not going to buy it, but we are going to lease it because we're only going to use. We only lime once every 3 or 4 seasons ish. I don't know. It's different with grass, I think. I know they say. I think you're supposed to cultivate the grass. I think every 2 or 3 years to get a better yield out of the grass. So maybe every 3 years. I don't know. We're gonna find out together though. But we definitely do need the lime. So it is a fairly big area, but it's not super huge. So I'm not worried about the width of the spread. The 12 meters is just fine. It holds 9,000 liters, which should be okay for us. So we're just going to release it as it is for $2,295. I hope this lime is worth it. So that means we gotta get that over there and limed, and then we gotta get that over there so we can seed after we lime. So there we go. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I'm gonna head over to the farm and I'll catch you up in just a moment. Okay, so we have our lime all ready to go. Hopefully we got enough. We got 4,000 liters, so see how big of our... Yeah, this is not gonna be enough. Look how fast that's going down. Good lord. I mean, well... Yeah, we're about to use half of it, and we haven't even done the head yet. I'm like all over the place here. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more lime. I'm gonna have to see if there's a lime station somewhere to make this easier. And we're just gonna fill this up. Yeah. I can't wait for precision farming to come back, because we would not have used this much lime already. Okay, let's look at the map. There's gotta be a lime station somewhere that we can go to. Green pool. That's a debris crusher. Lime station. Okay, that's not that far. So if we go, yeah, we just go up and across the tracks and it's in that same facility. Okay. So let's go fill this up, because we're gonna use a lot more lime than I thought. Like, I knew lime goes quick. I knew that. But I didn't think it went as fast as that. I mean, we had 4,000 liters, and I thought we would at least get close to that field done, but no. That field is just sucking that lime up. So we're gonna come up here, we're gonna get some lime. I'm going to get that limed. I'm going to get the roller and seeder going, and hopefully by the end of this video we have everything ready as far as the grass is concerned. And if we're lucky, we might even be able to okay, I thought they were flashing for a second there. If we're lucky, we might even be able to go into the next day and see if the harvest is ready, but I'm not trying to get too much into one thing here. Oh, there it is. This is what we want right here. Are we under it? Yes, we are. Yeah. We're just gonna fill it up. Lime's fairly cheap, sort of. $1,619. That seemed a little more expensive than the bags I was getting. I spent 700 on, I want to say it was $700 on 4,000 liters. I guess that's about right though, yeah. It's about the same. Because it would have been 7 and 7 is 14. Plus another 1,000 would have been another. Yeah. That's about right. So now that we know that the lime station's right up the road from us, it's not that bad. I wish we could buy 75 just on its own, because it's already primed and ready to go. But unfortunately, you got to buy the whole 3 lots, and that's expensive. Okay, so I know we're going to have some left over, and that's fine. I don't mind having some left over, because we're going to need some probably for that field over there. But that was, yeah. Okay, we're just gonna cover this little area here. And then I'm gonna turn around. And we're going to cover that little area there. And I think we're going to go across this way, because going up into that hill is making us slow down. And we're not slowing down the amount of lime that's coming out of this machine. So we'll go across this way, because I think that's what you're supposed to do anyways. Rather than making the tractor work uphill. Go this way across the hill. We might have about half of this left, but that's okay. That is okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get this done. This is what we're doing. And be right back. Okay, so I might have been a little anal trying to get a lot of the little holes, but it's alright. So I think it's Control I. Yep, there we go. We got 2 pallets of lime left, which is fine. Now we need to go get our seeder / roller / weeder, even though we don't really have weeds this time around. But it's all attached, and I want to see how that machine works. I want to make sure it does everything that it says it does. I'm curious. Because according to the Giants website, you're supposed to roll after you seed in order to get the benefit of the seed bed. Because the whole idea of rolling is that you're pushing the seeds a little bit further into the ground to protect them and help them germinate. That is the whole idea behind rolling. Now, this machine is supposed to seed and roll. So I'm curious if the machine is one, made properly so that it does in fact seed and then roll. And 2, does it give us the seed bed bonus that we get from a natural roll? That is the whole purpose of the rolling. So, and if in fact that is the case, and that is what that machine will do, when it comes time to use it again, we'll just outright buy it because we'll have the money at the time, I'm hoping. So this go around, I just leased it because I don't know if this is going to do exactly what I want it to do or not. Okay, so let's give them back their spreader, and we're going to take the seeder roller weeder. See what it looks like when it comes time. Okay. So I'm assuming this is what's going to happen. I'm really thinking this machine is going to give us the seedbed option. Now, like I said, technically we don't need the weeder on here just because at the current moment we have plowed, and when you plow you don't get weeds at all. But if you cultivated or disc harrowed or power harrowed or any of them things, you can get different levels of weeds. And that's when this would come in handy, because you can we're going to need this eventually again, because you can weed and roll your grass after you have mowed. To, like, basically you mow, and then at the first stage of the grass growing, if there's any type of weeds or anything like that, after that first stage is grown, you use this machine here and it'll weed, which will get rid of all the weeds, and then it's going to roll that first stage of grass back into the ground, giving you that first fertilization that you need. And then after the first stage grows back again, I believe you fertilize again to give you the second stage of fertilization. I believe this is how this is done. Now, if anybody knows different, by all means, let me know. But I am pretty sure that that's how this is going to go. Okay, so it only holds 250 liters at a time, but that's fine, because I do know seed for grass goes extremely slow. Let me get these out of the way. Can I lift this? No. I definitely can't lift that. I don't have... Well, that's a problem. Because I don't have a... Hold on a second. Let me go over to my neighbor and see if he's got something I can use real quick to move these. I'll be right back. Okay, so my neighbor was nice enough to bring his forklift over and stack our lime for us back there. We're gonna have to get something to move stuff like that around, though. Okay, so let's see. If we unfold this, I think the weeders are gonna fold down. You gotta lower it? Oh, okay, I see. Okay, I see. So... yeah, so basically that's gonna, like, kind of like sort of flatten it, I think. And then those are your weeders, as well as your... Yep, that right there, I think, is where it's going to drop the seed out of those. And then the roller will roll it right into the ground. I think that's how this is going to go. We need to get a little bit more to the left here. So now if we turn it on, yeah, look at that. Wait a minute. It says it needs rolling. But that's what I'm doing. Needs rolling. But isn't that what I'm doing? Oh, let me, hold on. Let's go forward a little bit. Let's see what, let's just. Go forward a little bit, okay, okay. Now let's take a look at our map. What does our map tell us? We want to go to this. So right now we are getting, what is that? What color is that? It's not a cloud. Double silage. Not getting the seed bed. Harvested, remove foliage, withered. So grass is going in. Grass is going in. It's light blue, which means it needs rolling. But that's what this is doing. Right? So hold on. So if I turn it off and I raise it up. Okay, now what happens? Let's see what happens if I come around and I come back around. Now this time, I'm not going to yeah, it still says it needs rolling. Now, what is the purpose of this? It says maxi roll 630. It ain't rolling crap. Well, I mean, we're going to use it as a seeder, so. Well, now we know that this thing was full of crap. So that means we're going to have to rent an actual roller too, which stinks. It really does, but it is what it is. I cannot believe that. I could swear that that's what that was supposed to do. Well, doesn't that just tickle your little funny bone? Okay. Well, I mean, at least we're getting the grass in, I guess, so there is that. So, let's make the headland here. I want to make sure I get the headland right. Okay. So we're gonna have to make sure we get ourselves a another roller. I can't remember what the percentage is that increases when you roll. I don't know if the help menu tells you that or not. I'm gonna look at that in a second. But that's a little frustrating because I was really hoping that this machine did both. I was really hoping. But that's okay, I guess. I mean, so I wonder if that means that this thing is actually weeding that. Hold on, let me look at something. Is there lift roller, fold roller, unload, open cover? Yeah, no. There is no other option, like separate part you gotta lower, anything like that, so. Okay. I mean, I guess it is what it is on that. Actually, let's go across. Let's go across the bottom section here so we don't have to go uphill like we did before. There we go. We'll go across here a couple of times. Get this all grassed up on this hill. We're gonna have to fill it up a couple of times, but that's okay too. We're only overlapping a little bit, which is fine. Because you don't want to double seed an area, because otherwise you cause problems and you get patch holes and all that. So we don't want to do that either. So I believe the corn will be ready in a couple of months. I believe it is. I think I just ground a gear. There we go. So the overall goal of this, like I said, is we're gonna get the corn going on the next one, but eventually this farm, what I want out of this farm is I want olives, and I want olives. I want to do at least the bread, but eventually I would like to make cakes. But to make cakes, man, we're gonna need cows, and you're gonna need strawberries, which we already got. We got the strawberries, we got the honey. I think it's actually either corn or oats. And then I know you need milk. Or not milk, no. Wait. Yeah, milk, flour, strawberries. I think honey is honey in cake? I'm trying to remember now. I'm gonna have to look that up. I know there's several things you gotta put in to get cake. Like cake is like one of those things. I'm pretty sure milk's in there. Cake is one of the hardest things to do in the productions to date. It requires the most ingredients. But it's also the most profitable one, if I remember correctly. The only thing that might maybe beat it is the clothes. I know are like $28,000 a liter, which is, I don't know how many clothes are in a liter, but that's a lot of money. I don't know what kind of clothes they're making, but some Calvin Klein stuff or what, I don't know, but $28,000 per liter. We're down to 56, so we gotta pay attention here. We don't want to run out. Pallet, I know, or the bag that we have will definitely do this whole entire field. That much I do know. But that's my end goal, is to have an olive grove, to do bread, and hopefully one day do cakes. That, I think, is my end goal with this. We were at 22. I think I took off too soon. I should be able to at least get down to the end of this with what I got left. I believe we only used like 9%. So, yeah, we'll definitely get down here. We won't get back across, but we'll get down here. Okay, so I'm gonna get this job finished, and I will catch back up with you guys in just a moment. Well, I finished it. It still says needs rolling. I don't get it. But it does say plus 95% yield bonus. Now the question is, if I get a roller, will that make a difference? That is one good question. I do know that I'm going to call them and they can come get that thing. I will not be purchasing that later. So, yeah, no. This is not worth buying. I'm glad I leased it to try it out, because I would have been very disappointed with it. I don't know if it's bugged. I don't know if it's actually, if I'm doing it wrong. I don't think so, because like I said, there's no other buttons. Or maybe if I hadn't put this on there and just kept it as a roller, would that make a difference? I don't know. I do not know. But that is this video. So then the next video I'm not gonna waste your time with the rolling thing. I'm gonna do that off camera and just try the roll and see if it's even worth it. But on the next video, we're going to get let me see, is there actually any contracts that we can do that I don't mind? I mean, fertilizing is oh man, fertilizing. There's a lot of fertilizing. Some plowing, cultivating, and baling. Baling, I mean, I mean, that's what we're doing. That's a lot of work. I don't know if we'll get anything out of it or not. It's a lot. Like, it's an all-day project with baling projects. But fertilizing, especially with like this right here, with this setup, yeah, it might be worth us to look at some fertilizing contracts to make a quick buck, because these are both about $10,000 each. There's one for 8. So I don't like this. I would rather see, the only thing is a $2,000. I think what we'll do is I'll find one that like this. Like, this has got a huge spread on it. So we're going to borrow the items of a cheaper contract like this that has that. I think that's going to be the way we're going to have to go. Because, yeah. So we're going to borrow the items. Let me see here. It's what, 10 and 32. Of course, neither one of them are near each other. But see, it's almost $2,000 to lease these. But I can lease this for $214 and get that done in like no time. So we're going to borrow the items on this, but then we're going to accept this, and we're going to accept this, and we're going to complete those 3 contracts on the next video. and that'll get us close to, I'm going to say, about $18,000. Yeah, because we're pretty much set here. All we got to do, we got to wait basically for this to germinate to the first stage to see what we got to do next. So, yeah. Other than that, that is ready to go. That's ready to go back. So, yeah. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more like it, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and the bell notification will let you know when there's more videos like this to see. If you want to, you can also go check out my other channel. It is Thunderstruck Gaming. That one has got some horror and some survival games on there. A little bit of both. If you're into that, go check it out. And until the next time, take it easy.